Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Well, the Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
Those who expected Ryan Tannehill to go quietly into the night after the Titans drafted Will Levis, well, they clearly don't know this man well at all. He's a fighter and former comeback player of the year and expects to have his best season yet as a pro in this campaign.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tiger. Hurry. Go.
The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Tannehill. A shot downfield for Burks. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
Hey! Tight right! Block!
Here's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Tannehill looks to change things up.
Run. There you go, Tiger. Hit. Hey!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Play!
Hopkins, the man in motion right.
Hey!
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry from 19 yards away. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now the 3rd-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up the man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Henry again on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. On gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
There you go, Tiger. Hit.
Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 7. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll send Judy in motion left. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll send Judy in motion left. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Greg Dulcich, 68 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And Henry going to have a Titans 1st down as they'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Another powerful run and another workhorse season in the books for Henry. Let's take a peek at his numbers. He's led the NFL in carries and topped 1,500 yards for the 3rd time in 4 years. In addition, 5th straight year with double-digit touchdowns.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
In motion, the tight end. A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. In motion right goes Hopkins. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Henry is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Trying to punch it in with Henry. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. Fulk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
In motion goes the tight end. On 1st down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's got it to Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
This is called by Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45, and enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. Who's the team?
Now it's Wilson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Danico Autry is in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second and 10. Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Wilson. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
A shotgun snap for Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try the right side with Henry. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter. I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DJ Jones drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Denver's offense now set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second down and 6 now. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a second down and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Wilson on second down. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Amari Hooker. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. So the Broncos coming out now. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
14, got it.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 78 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
17. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do?
Derrick Henry all alone. Inside the 20. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is up to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25.
So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just under 2 minutes to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Able to find Judy. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Broncos.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
And the Broncos first down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Again, Wilson. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 2nd down, goal to go. Williams is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd and goal, Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, It's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the two teams.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, ready?
Samuel in motion. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Howell from the gun. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Third and long, here's Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Samuel in motion. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Samuel going to go in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Gibson with the solid pickup there, and the Commanders love using his ability in a variety of roles. Led the team with almost 1,400 all-purpose yards in 2022. He can run it and catch it out of the backfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing here, Howell. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Samuel in motion. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 33. Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. In motion, the tight end. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the 3rd-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he's loose at the 40. He's got a first and maybe more. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton, 72 yards. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got... Opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Commanders 3. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
At the 21-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DJ Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Up the middle, it's Williams. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and 16. Now Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Their partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Wilson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Wilson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll send Judy in motion left. Play action. It's Wilson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. The Washington offense set to take over again. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Now he's loose at the 40. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 75 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. They've got his man complete. He's still on his feet. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton. has 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Samuel going to go in motion right. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
A 7-yard gain.
Howell going to audible to something else.
First down. 1st and 10.
The slot man in motion right. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Slings this deep for McLaurin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Track at 60.
And McLaurin, the motion man right.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. 19 Lion.
Here's Howell. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he checks this one down to Williams. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Delay of game, offense.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Samuel in motion. One last shot before the break. Howell. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth. Goes offense set to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Let's go double count. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Alert.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. There he goes again. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding, offense.
Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That is caught, finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Back to throw, Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
That's good for Washington.
Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And Howell will throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. And McLaurin, the motion man right. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They begin the drive with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, Wilson.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
And they're going to speed things up here.
And a Washington first down. 1st and 10. That's a 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
173 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll motion McLaurin left. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd down. Howell now. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's a gain of 7.
Samuel going to go in motion right. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Samuel going to go in motion right. Second down, Howell back to pass. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel from 4 yards out. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Commanders 24.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Wilson.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
36 power.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
There he goes right side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
32 yards.
And the Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders.
Down by 2 touchdowns. Under 1:20 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He was brought down by Caden Stearns.
Here's Howell.
Brings up second and
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Howell to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Gibson here running out of the gun. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go play action. Howell.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.